Justine and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have created this dark cranberry kind of vampire eye, you could call it. It is very dark because I did actually add some black eyeliner on my waterline, which I don't usually do, but I am quite digging it. I am very pleased with how this makeup look turned out. I was actually winging it, if you can't tell when you start watching it. I was a bit kind of like clueless on what I wanted to do next, but I'm sure it all came together and I'm very proud of how it came out. So yeah, if you guys would like to see how I achieved this look, then please stay tuned. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. My social media links will be linked at the end and also down below, and I think that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. So to start off this look, I'm going to be taking my Nars Soft Matte Concealer in Vanilla, and I'm going to use that to prime my eyes. This concealer is so good, I love it. So I highly recommend getting it, and it's nice and full coverage too. Now to set that all in place, I'm going to be taking some of my Bare Minerals Well Rested, and I'm just going to use that to set my eyelids to make sure it doesn't crease. So for this eye makeup look, I'm going to be using the Violet Voss Ride or Die makeup palette. It's incredible. I mean, ready? Look at those shades. Like, is this just not like the perfect palette? Like, this side just screams to me. So I'm going to be using more of these oranges, the cranberry kind of colors, as well as a few of the browns, but we're going to kind of tend to stick to this side. I'm sorry if you can hear some background noises. I'm going to try and like edit as much of it out as possible, but we're just going to move on. I'm going to be starting off with this shade here called Abigail. It's kind of just more, it's just like a warm brown, perfect for the transition shade. Now to intensify it even more, we're going to want to go in with more of a rich kind of orange. We are going to be going in with a mixture of the two shades Alice and Riley. So just dip it into those two. We're just going to place that more directly into the crease rather than blending it out. And for this, I'm going to be using more of a precise kind of smaller brush. Grabbing that first brush again, we're going to go in and just make sure that it's all blended nice and evenly. Using the same precise brush we just used, I'm going to go in with a mixture of Sarah and Ashley. And with this, you kind of want to stick to more of the lower part of your crease almost, so it's kind of on your eyelid a bit. But again, we're just trying to deepen that crease a little bit more. Just like so. See, there's the difference between the two. One's a lot more deeper compared to this eye. Now for our eyelids, we're going to try and keep most of the shadows matte. We may add more of a shimmer in a corner highlight, but for the most part it's all going to be matte shades. So now I'm going to be taking the shades Amy and Courtney, and I'm going to mix them two together, and I'm going to apply that to my lid. And for this, I'm using more of a dense flat shader brush to pack on the colour. Then we're going to go in back with that precise blending brush and just make sure the crease is nice and blended. To intensify that a little bit more, we're going to mix that brown shade, Courtney, and we are going to mix it with this black shade called Carly. Now taking that first blending brush, the fluffy one, we're just going to blend everything out through the crease and make sure that it's all nice and seamless. We are kind of looking messy at the moment, but I will promise you everything will come together. So my base is pretty much all done. We're going to finish off the eyes before we go on to bronzing, contouring, blush, highlight and lips. To finish off our lash line, I'm going to go straight in with the shade Riley. And I'm just going to blend this on my lower lash line. I'm going to be using a short, dense pencil brush to do that just because I feel like it gives the best payoff. Now to deepen that lower lash line up, I'm going to be taking a mixture of Courtney and Amy again. I'm just going to blend these two closer to my lower lash line, using more of a pointy, fluffy brush. To deepen up that lower lash line, I'm going to go in with a black shade called Carly. Now that we have applied that, we're going to go back in with this blending brush and blend that out. Now to intensify that even more, I'm just going to be taking a black eyeliner. It's not often I wear eyeliner like this, so I thought it'd be nice to mix it up a bit. So now I'm thinking to kind of add a little something to it. I'm going to be taking the MAC pigment in English Gilt. It's kind of like this. It's like a ivory champagne gold. It's not too intense, which is nice. Spray it with some Fix Plus and apply that just to our inner corners. There we go, perfect amount. And what I'm thinking of doing without adding any Fix Plus, I'm just going to grab a little bit and just put it on my brow bone just to highlight it, but we don't want it that intense, so I recommend not using Fix Plus. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, we're going to go on to bronzer, contour, blush and so for bronzer today, I'm going to be taking my MAC Studio Sculpt Defining Bronzing Powder in Delicates. This is from their most recent collection. Oh, the packaging is just so cute. And it is the most gorgeous bronzer. Like it has, in the pan, it looks like it has quite a lot of a sheen to it. But when you put it on the skin, it's not a sheen, it's more just that radiant glow from within, if that makes sense. So using a brush like this, I think this works the best for bronzer because it kind of diffuses it and makes it more natural, if it can be. You're just going to want to go ahead and bronze up your face with it. Now to contour, I'm going to be taking the Tartiest. I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but it's a Pro Glow To Go palette. And it looks something like this. It's got two highlights and bronzer contour kind of shade. I'm going to use it to contour today. I often do use it just as a bronzer as well, but I'm a lot more light-handed with it. But today I'm going to use my Nars ITA or Eat brush and use this powder to contour. Pre-warning, it is super pigmented, so you do not need much. For blush, I'm wanting to keep it quite matte and neutral, so I'm going to be very, very light-handed with it. I'm going to be taking the Tarte Fancyful blush. It's just a mini version of it. And like I said, I am going to be quite light-handed with it, and I'm just going to be using the Real Techniques blush brush. I swear, every time I say I'm going to be light-handed with something and never goes to plan. Now for highlight today, I am wanting, like every day, an intense blinding highlight. So I'm going to be taking the Becca Moonstone. Take that and highlight with it. I will be adding a little bit of Fix Plus, not that you necessarily need it, but Fix Plus is my best friend. Oh, yeah boy. I swear I need to use this more often. I've had it for so long, but I just never really turned to it. I don't know why. So for lips, again, I've been obsessed with this. I'm going to go in using MAC Honey Love lip stick. And then I'm going to be going in with the Nars Velvet Lip Glide in Stripped over the top. My most recent obsession has been the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz Matte Spray. I have a few backups of these because it's amazing. So you're just going to want to go ahead and set your makeup, and then we are done. So guys, this there does conclude this Cranberry Glam makeup look. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It is something a bit more dramatic, although most of my looks on my channel are more on the dramatic side. This one I think was a little step further, so this is something that'd be perfect for a winter's night out. But of course, if you are daring, feel free to go ahead and wear this to the movies, to the shops, to dinner, wherever you feel you want to wear it. So again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up, and subscribe to my YouTube channel with that little button down below for more videos like this. Comment any requests that you have. All my social media links will be linked at the end, and they are also listed down below if you're interested in following me on them. And yeah, so I'll see you beauties all in my next video. Bye guys.